Today we're here with Scappoose freshman Georgia Benner. She's a runner on the cross-country team. And you guys had a couple meets last week. You were at McCormick Park and then at George Fox. How do you think you ran in the two meets?
Both of them. I was close to my PR, but I felt like I went out pretty fast, almost too fast. And then I slowed down a little bit, and which probably wasn't the best. But for the most part, I felt like I did pretty good. I mean, it was definitely a few of my better races of the season.
So is it kind of a learning curve, having not run cross-country before, how to pace yourself throughout the 3+ miles?
Yes, definitely. So beginning of the season, I was not very good at pacing myself at all. But I have found a few runners in the team, Rachel Bodie mostly. We pace each other and we help each other figure out what's too fast. So being with her, and she's a senior, so having her being experienced, it's definitely helping a lot.
Okay. So do you have any kind of splits that you shoot for throughout the course of a race? Or do you keep track of that or are you just trying to
I don't have a watch, so that definitely makes it hard, but if I'm in a pack, usually once we get around to the 1 mile mark, coaches are usually there yelling out mile times, and I try to shoot for 6:45-ish.
Okay.
And I've been getting that mostly, but
okay.
Sometimes I'm a little fast.
So with no cross-country at the middle school, what's your kind of background in running?
6th grade, I did track, but I wasn't really into running. I did hurdles and long jump. So, I didn't really run, but I've been doing soccer since 2008. And, that obviously has a lot of running in it. And I'd go on runs by myself, too, and sometimes I'd call a few friends and we'd go on runs, too. But I never really liked distance running just because I never had motivation. But coming into high school, I wanted something different, and I liked running, when I had motivation for it. So I decided just to try it and see if I liked it or not.
So it seems like as far as results go, it's been working out pretty well for you.
Yes.
Were you expecting to be one of the top runners on the team?
Not at all. I was hoping to barely make varsity, and being second runner is great.
Does that make it a little easier to be motivated when you go out and run?
Yeah. It not necessarily helps me keep ahead of other girls, but it just pushes me to Linnea Kavulich. It pushes me to get closer to her.
Yeah, she's been having a great year. You guys lose Charlie to graduation last year. You have 2 freshmen that come in right at the top of the field. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys have had a wide variety of courses this year.
Oh, yes.
Do any of them stand out that you really enjoyed running?
I think the hardest ones were my favorite. I don't know why. In the middle of the race, that's not what I was thinking. But I think the ones with most, variety, I guess? Where was it? It was in Silver Falls. There was sand, there was a ginormous hill. Those ones I think are the most fun, just because, they're hard at the time, but it pushes you to finish.
Right.
But
So then, are the relatively flatter courses like the one on Saturday, are those not as fun? Or?
Well, they're fun, but they're just I'm not sure how to explain it. They're really fast courses, and I just feel because they're so flat, I just get into a comfortable pace, and sometimes comfortable pace isn't good because you just tend to slow down. And so having one that is more, I guess, I don't know what to call it, but different, just you speed up at some times, and it kind of makes you realize how fast you're going.
Kind of makes you push yourself throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now on Wednesday at McCormick Park, you guys had, I think, 5 teams. And then down at George Fox on Saturday, there was hundreds of runners. What was the difference like going to those 2 meets?
It was definitely different. Just knowing like that there's, I don't know, like 5 times as many people. it was just different because you needed to like pick out certain teams, I guess, because there were 4 teams at McCormick, and so you kind of just had to just do what you could, just run as fast as you could for that one. But this one you had to like just kind of think more.
Okay. Is it like at the start of that race where you just have, you know, however many, 200 people running in it, is it a challenge to kind of pick your way through and kind of get out of that group, or what's that pack run at the start of a race like?
It's definitely tough. Having a lot of people and having it go in makes it really tough because you obviously have to kind of maneuver your way through everyone to get to the front of the pack, and sometimes you just really get stuck behind people. So if you're stuck, you kind of don't really know what to do. And so that kind of is hard. And I mean, you don't want to go out too fast to start with too. So you kind of just, you have to squeeze through.
Did you get stuck behind some people?
I did. I did get stuck for a while, but sometimes you kind of go out.
Okay. Now you guys just have a couple more meets Friday, and then you have district and state. How do you think the team will end up doing at the Quappa League meet next week, or the following week, whenever it is? I think it's next week.
Next week. I think we can really do well. We have been a little inconsistent in how well we've been doing, but if we really practice these next 2 weeks of like staying together and just moving forward together, I think we could really do well.
All right. Well, good luck in the remaining meets you have.
Thank you.
You bet.